Welcome to the New Guard. The New Guard is not a partisan political organization. You weren't invited because you're a Republican. And the New Guard, it isn't about any particular candidate. In your assembly district, the 78th Assembly District, one of 80 assembly districts in the state of California, there are 305 precincts. They're represented by 5 or 6 water districts, 3 community college districts, 9 school board districts, 7 city councils with mayors, clerks, and treasurers, a city planning departments for each of those, 4 county supervisors, a county treasurer, a clerk, 2 fire protection divisions, 8 state superior and appeals courts, 3 state senate districts, 3 U.S. congressional districts, and 1 state assembly district. Every one of these elective offices has an operating budget, staff, office expenses, employee pensions, and every one of them gets its funding from you. Half of everything you earn is taken as tax in order to pay for all of that. Every 2 years you're supposed to have a say in how your money is spent, except for decades, special interest groups who benefit from your labors use your money to build and organize and coordinate and manipulate the election process so your opinion can be ignored. The National Tea Party movement has generated tremendous energy on a number of levels, but if we don't drive that energy into the local action, then the movement is nothing but noise and it's eventually going to fade out. The New Guard is a network of suitably trained and coordinated neighborhood activists working to identify and promote local solutions to local problems. 1 volunteer in each precinct is assisted in recruiting and training a team of 10. That team monitors the various elective offices and agencies that govern their precinct. They share what they observe with the rest of their team, and then, on a social level, the team shares that information with their neighbors. Step by step, the team expands its influence within their precinct, and on election day, they provide voting guidance and poll monitoring. I said earlier that the New Guard is not a partisan political organization. It does, however, adhere to a strict political philosophy. That government is best which governs least. Its goal is a bottom-up restoration of the republic that was given to us by the Constitution of the United States. The requirement for a legitimate protest is a solution. So if we solve our problems locally, we don't need the federal government to solve them for us. If we can solve the local school issues in our district, we don't need the Department of Education with its $300 billion budget passing along unfunded mandates to the states. And a nationwide incubator of local solutions can provide a much better pool of ideas than a national one-size-fits-all mandate from the isolated and out-of-touch Secretary of whatever. That's why I'm asking you to consider becoming a member of the New Guard for your precinct. I'll show you how to recruit your team. I'll help you train them and assign them. Together we'll coordinate with the other precincts to monitor all of the agencies and regulators in your assembly district. With 305 New Guard, we can replace your assemblyman with a conservative, committed to small government. If we can make it work in the 78th, we can make it work in the 79th and the 80th and every other assembly district in the state of California. Equally important, though, is we can once again control who sits on local, city, county boards, school boards, councils, and agencies, and we can regain control of the governments that are supposed to be serving us. It won't happen overnight, but it won't take long if you'll stand up. Thomas Jefferson commissioned the New Guard in 1776. When his closing thoughts of the Declaration of Independence, he penned, "It's both our right and our duty to establish new guards to secure our liberty." Your next step is to go to onemancan.org. You can learn more about the New Guard there and make the commitment to be an active part of the network. I appreciate both your time and your interest this far. It's no longer enough to read your ballot and vote wisely. The opposition are professional activists with their livelihood at stake. If California is ever going to recover, those of us who produce the revenue they tax have to up our game. The site again is onemancan.org. Thanks, and God bless.